exactly what it's called. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to work at the supermarket. And every time I used to walk up and down the aisle, I used to grab one and eat it, right? And one day my supervisor said, Yo, Nieves! Stand up already! Because the cheese was going down.
That's bad, man. I understand. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Cheese is great,
You worked in a lot of food establishments.
yeah. No, it's a supermarket, I wouldn't say.
Well, you had your hands on food. I'm just saying, bro. I'm not trying to.
Yo, it's like you're already. We didn't even fucking start, and you're already getting at me.
I'm not even getting at you. This is the problem. I'll never get at you, Louis. You bring up your personal experiences from your past, which I highly appreciate because it shows the lighter side of you.
You're a jerk.
But I don't. You know, it's funny because like I don't like that you feel that I'm getting at you like that because I'm not. We're just having a conversation.
And by the way, if you get lightheaded, just raise your hand. So I.
That's right.
So I can call you 10. So I can call you 10.
I can't go too far.
I see your fingers turning purple. So what's up, man?
No, that's how you fucked up.
Yo! Straight into it? Oh, yeah. Yo!
Now the intro.
Welcome back to Breeze Shooters, everyone. I'm your boy Lou, joined by my you fucked me up, man. Joined by my good friend Chris.
Yes, sir.
And we're the show that brings you news, sports, polka, and everything in between.
We're not the trainers. If you missed the last episode, you'll find it fun in this one. You know why in this one.
So what's up, Chris?
Nothing, man.
How's everything?
Everything's good. Very, very, very. You know how sometimes you wish you go back in time?
I want to say at least 3 times a week I think about stuff like that.
You see that?
Yeah. It's natural.
I was able, this past Friday, I was able to go back in time to my childhood.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
You know I spent a few years in the South Bronx.
South Bronx!
Dirty,
So
dirty!
Yeah, Chris, that was during the time when the Bronx was the Bronx. Bunch of abandoned buildings and all you saw was mattresses and kids jumping off mattresses.
Yes.
Subways were full of graffiti and it was just the South Bronx.
That's the time I'm talking about.
So you're talking early 80s, late 70s?
Early 80s, early to mid 80s.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, the Bronx was no joke, man.
No.
That was a different world.
Crazy. It was. So it's funny because it's funny you mentioned the abandoned buildings because along with the abandoned buildings you had a lot of empty lots.
Yeah, because it would be like 2 buildings and then a big space and then another building.
Yes.
I guess they never had enough development going on back then.
And of course, and like I said, it brought me back. But then I'm thinking, what if we would have invested? Now I see the properties that they built there. I went to 2 spots.
Sobro, right?
Huh?
That's what the Bronx is calling now, Sobro, certain areas.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you know how they have Dumbo in Brooklyn?
Uh-huh.
I think the Bronx, South Bronx, they're trying to change it to Sobro. And something with the piano. There's something with the piano. I think there's like a piano manufacturer out there. That's one of the things that's kind of being highlighted.
Really?
Yeah, it's going under a major gentrification, but it's still.
I saw, because I wasn't there for a lot when I went, but I did see the gentrification going on.
Mm-hmm.
Slight, you know. So I go up. My first stop was back to 165th Street, 371, 165th Street, between Teller and Clay. I used to live in a basement, though.
A basement.
Basement, not a house. It was a building. I used to live in a basement.
You know how hard that is to get?
It was an adventure. I'll tell you that much.
It's funny we have things in common. I I lived in the basement of a building too.
Really?
Yeah. 43rd Street, man.
No way.
Yeah, but it was four level building,
Okay.
but we lived in the basement, and so it was like three sets of buildings that had driveways that went down. I lived in the center one. Now, when you pass it, you see a roll-up gate. That roll-up gate wasn't there back in the days.
Was it before or before Kareem's building or after?
Right before Kareem lived diagonal to me, but I was a little bit before Kareem's
Okay,
building.
okay.
So the cars would go down, and on the left-hand side, we lived in the basement.
That's crazy.
But I actually, that apartment to me was cool. I liked it because, I would be able to sneak in and out because you're right there. As soon as I cracked the window and I stepped out, I'm on the ground floor. I don't got to open any doors.
See, I couldn't crack the windows because my windows had, remember I was in the South Bronx, my window had gates.
You had shutters.
No, yeah.
Motherfucker had shutters in the PI.
Yeah, it was, so,
Bulletproof shutters.
so I had to, it was one way in, one way out, but, it took me back because right next to my basement, the basement I used to live in, you had some steel stairs, and you would go down, and the door would be right there.
Okay.
And then you had a little yard. So we had the yard, whatever, summertime. I called my mom. I FaceTimed my mom to show her. She started reminiscing.
Got nostalgic on you?
Yeah, she got nostalgic. She said, remember when it used to be, in the summertime, we used to have beers right there in the yard? I said, yeah, well, and she used to have beers. I was too young to drink. But it brought me back, man. And so the yard is still there. The steps are still there. I could honestly tell you that the basement is still there. Like, it could be livable still. I'm pretty sure because it didn't look like it was...
They probably turned it into a workshop, though, maybe.
I don't know, but I used to have an empty lot, like we were talking about. That empty lot's a big ass building.
Yeah, wow.
A big ass building. It takes. I was between Teller and Clay and Teller. So now it takes. That was towards the Teller part of the street. So it'll take 165th Street and it'll take half a part of Teller too. Big ass building with that big ass lot. And I went back to the first time I went to, because the school was right across the street. The school I used to go to. I was 6th grade, I believe. When I first had my first hero, like my first ham and cheese hero.
Wasn't that a special time?
What? No, you
They
understand?
did the hot heroes?
It was cold.
Oh,
It was
okay,
cold
okay.
With shredded lettuce. I remember it was shredded
man.
lettuce, and I passed by that deli. It's still a deli. I'm not saying it's the
Same
same
guys?
owners. No, I'm not saying the same owners, but the deli's still there. So it's right across the street from the school, a block away from where I used to live. And as I'm driving by, I see it. I go, wow! I tell my girl, wow! I used to buy, back in the day, the candy we used to buy. You remember the gums, the Big Bow? They were called Big Bow. The wrapper was like polka dots. It was gum you buy for 1 cent. It was a piece of gum. It was a gum.
Gotcha.
Tootsie Rolls, the little Tootsie Rolls
Roll,
for a cent.
Boston baked beans.
Boston baked
You know what?
beans. Talk to me.
Give me your top five. Top 5 candies.
Top 5 candies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with Sugar Daddy.
Ooh. Try to do that now. Half the teeth will
Go on. Sugar Daddy.
Oh man, Sugar Daddy. Damn.
I'm gonna continue that with Swedish Fish.
Swedish Fish. That's still a good one. Swedish Fish.
Mike and Ike's.
Mike and Ike's. Wow.
Then we're gonna go number 4. We're gonna go with the Tootsie Rolls. I used to get a bunch of Tootsie Rolls and put them in my mouth and think like I was chewing tobacco. And the last but not least, there used to be Jolly Ranchers, but it used to be like a flat.
Yeah, I know. It was like a
stick.
long stick. Yeah, those were good.
Those
you
were
just. I think were they called Jolly Ranchers too?
It was Jolly Ranchers. You just suck on those. Pause. But you just suck on those. Top 5 best ever. And by the way, that was 5, right?
Yeah.
By the way, all these things, I don't remember the Jolly Ranchers, but the Boston baked beans, the Swedish Fish, I would buy in a brown paper bag and you would take
The candy stores.
The candy store. That
You
was,
would go, you give the guy a quarter or 50
And
cents,
you got
and you just load up your
Yeah.
brown baggie.
Yeah.
Remember those things? Those places were classic.
that's what I'm telling you. It brought me back.
Wow. My top 5.
Go ahead.
Now laters.
Ah,
You're not a G.
damn.
You're not a G because those were 5 cents.
What?
But they lasted. It
The
was like,
banana nowadays
Oh.
one and the watermelon ones were
Yeah.
the best.
good flavor. Boston baked beans.
Those are the top 5.
Yo, Boston baked beans is the best.
My
one.
girl loved. She when I started talking to her about this,
Uh-huh.
she mentioned the Boston baked beans.
What's the lemon heads?
Whoa, lemon heads!
Remember that shit?
I should have put you. Oh, lemon heads was
Oh.
honorable mention. Lemon heads. I used to love lemon heads.
I don't know if I can put it in here. Peanut chew.
I didn't like the peanut chew. Didn't like Chico sticks.
Oh, that's number 5. Chico stick. Oh man.
I never liked the Chico sticks.
And peanut chew. Peanut chew for me. We used to. I used to live on 10th Avenue in like fucking 44th Street, and my building was right here, and there was only. They had a Jewish bodega. You had the Cubans down the block, but you had the Jewish bodega. So I always used to go to the Jewish bodega because me and my friend, we were boost candy.
Okay.
And that's all he had was fucking peanut chews or some other like kosher candy.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
So I used to mess with the peanut chews. And from then I just fell in love with it. I said, yo, this is the only thing I can get.
I'll mention another one that I personally don't like. Mary Jane's.
Mary Jane's are good. I like Mary Jane's, but they're rough though, man.
I never liked Mary Jane's.
Mary
But it brings me back to the but the now later. How did I skip the now?
And you know which was the classic that should have been on our list? Bazooka Joe's, because we looked for the comics.
Bazooka
The
Joe
Joe
gums.
Remember
Yes,
that shit?
yeah, and you would open them. And sometimes they had the little.
Nerds.
Nerds.
I think Nerds came a little bit after us.
After, yeah,
Yeah,
after.
Nerds.
It came after, but they were good. They were. But wow, Bazooka Joe with the comics, man. So that's the thing. Yeah, those were. So the big bowls.
And if you were really balling, Hubba Bubba, Licious, Bubba
Oh,
Licious,
Bubblicious.
those were 50 cents. So you had to be
A
balling.
few years ago, I bought me a pack.
Get out of here.
I saw it. You know these fucking stands you have in the train station.
Yes.
So I saw Bubblicious and you know when you see something, there's a word for this, but it just triggers your memory and you can actually even taste it.
Yes,
That's how
yes,
powerful
yes,
the memory is. So I grabbed the Bubblicious, man. It was like watermelon something. I used to love water. I still do. Yeah, it's awesome. I was gonna say something, but I gotta be careful. So the shit is, I bought it, though. I'm going about like 5 years ago, and I popped it, and it got me there, but it just wasn't the same.
No, it's
It
not.
wasn't the same.
You know, and it's funny you bring it somewhere. Doesn't that bother you? It's like there was something that you, when you were young, you were like, yo, I couldn't live without this thing. And then when you go back to it, it's just.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they've changed. I think they changed
You think over time?
whatever they put in it. Maybe back in the day they were putting regular sugar, and now they got the corn syrup. I don't know. Maybe it's something because I don't know if it's because I was a kid, but that Bubblicious used to last me 3 days with good flavor.
No, it did.
This one that I bought 5 years ago, I went 3 times, and I'm like,
the
it's
flavor's
done.
gone?
Gone,
Yeah,
flavor's gone. So you find yourself just chewing on nothing.
Oh man.
But
I used to like the butterscotch.
butterscotch.
Those were good, butterscotch.
The butterscotch candy.
You said you didn't like Chico stick?
No, never got
A
into
Chico
stick.
stick with a Coco Rico soda, and I was a crack apple. Chris, I would be bouncing off walls. My mother would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm gonna tell you something. Love Coco Rico, but I used to love
Cola champagne. Oh.
Cola champagne where I come from.
Yo, Chris, let me see if you're real Rican. Your mother used to make ponche. The eggs with the Welch's string.
Welch's string or with the Malta.
And a pound of sugar. The sugar's sweet already.
You need this. You need this. Your iron is low. Your iron is low. She would take 2 egg yolks.
Oh, man.
Beat them. Throw some sugar in there, beat it, and then put the malta or the Welch's grape juice, and I'm like.
my. Yeah, but the ponche was the best.
Oh, it was delicious,
It was
man.
the
It
best.
was delicious, man. You know one thing I used to do? It's funny. It takes you fucking back. So, so I'm walking by the store, and I remember those. I remember my first Hero. It cost me $2.50.
That's a lot of money back then.
Yeah, it was. But I was balling because my uncle, God rest his soul, my uncle was a merchant marine.
Okay.
So we would see him.
Yeah, because they come like
Yeah,
once a year, 2 years.
yeah. Maybe every 6 months
Yeah,
they'll
so
come.
they stack that
so
money.
so when they used to come, he would stay with a $20 bill. I
Nice.
thought I was in heaven.
You know what I'm saying? That's big money back then.
My first expensive pair of sneakers, excuse me, I bought it because of him.
Really?
Shell top Adidas, back to Run DMC days.
Wow.
I remember my sneakers cost about $40. Now you can't get slippers for $40.
My first
Expensive.
expensive pair of sneakers, and God rest his soul, Dillard Jackson. He, I thought he was black my whole life. He was so, we were really close, but he was, when I'm saying dark, he was super dark. I thought he was black. Fucking years later, I find out that he's,
Panamanian?
not Panamanian, Venezuela, Costa Rica.
Okay.
He's Costa Rican.
Okay.
So, what have you? He was a really nice guy. I always used to be in his house. We used to break dance in his house, and he would have a bunch of us over. So he was balling one day, and we went down to, I think the name of the store was Tom McCann's. They used to sell
Oh,
sneakers.
Tom McCann, that's back in the
They
day.
had the Nike Cortez, all white with the fucking red stripe.
With the red check.
So he's buying his sneakers, and he looks over at me, and I'm just like, oh man, why? Those are fly. I had a pair of Pumas with a big hole in the front. My sock was coming out. He goes, yo, Lou, why don't you get yourself a pair? I said, are you serious? I said, yeah. I said, yo, Chris, I was acting like a fool. You know, we have a brand new pair of sneakers now. You don't even want to walk. I used to be like,
you don't want to get them dirty on the bottom.
exactly. You don't want to get them dirty. Yeah. Freaking Nike Cortez. Those are the best pairs. And I don't even know how much they rent. They're probably under $40
Yeah,
back
they have
then.
to be. Yeah, but it's crazy because I remember that and that time he had given me money. Every time he used to hit me up with money, and my Uncle Willie, who was a big drug dealer here in Brooklyn, every time he used to see me it was $20 or $40, $20 or $40, and I would love to see Uncle Willie, man. Like, when I found out he went to rehab, I got so upset.
Oh, really? Well, listen, he's not going to be making money because he's going to go.
No, that's why I ended up killing him, believe it or not. I don't
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
Well, you know, that happens. But,
Yeah.
so,
Man, you took us to a good spot, man. But what happened to those candy stores?
that's what I'm trying
They
to
were
tell
fucking
you.
legendary,
Nah,
man.
because now everything's in bulk. Now everything is,
Yeah.
and
Yo, and I feel sorry for kids because that was such an experience. No, but you know what? They do have that, but it's a lot more expensive because now, you know, in the mall, they got the candy.
Oh,
and you
the
weigh it,
sugar.
This shit is pounds. It's
What's
like
it
heavy.
called? The Sugar Factory? No, not the Sugar Factory.
I know they have one in Times Square.
They have
Staten Island Mall.
They have one in, right across the Caesars Palace in
Caesars
AC.
Bay? Oh,
In
okay.
AC, you right across, it's called the Sugar.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah,
that
you go in and you buy it by the pound.
But it's not the same experience.
Nah, you want to pay a cent for
Great.
each.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was
Yeah,
1
it's-
cent.
yeah.
And you're going in a quarter, but you're making life decisions. Yo, gotta get the $1 But damn, I can only get 3 bazookas. But the bazookas to me was key. You had to get the bazookas because you wouldn't get the comic.
Yeah, the comic.
And it was like a lasting experience because the gums sucked. The bazooka, you get maybe 10, 15 chews and
that
they're going to
gum
move.
so hurts.
My favorite,
Go ahead.
grape. You don't like the grape?
I actually like the original.
Did you really?
Yeah, the original, and I think it was strawberry. Or it was a strawberry
Strawberry.
one.
Strawberry
It was good. It was good.
We used to buy strawberry. We were gonna play catch a kiss.
Oh yeah.
Pull up. You go in your pocket, pull up the strawberry. Oh yeah.
Got a question for you, and we'll go back to my South Bronx story. But did you ever buy baseball cards,
Yes.
and they had that gum inside?
That flat
Yeah,
square
square,
rectangular.
rectangular.
Yes.
I used to buy so many fucking the fucking packs of used to cost 25 cents. I remember.
Chris, you used to do that shit in school when they used to do flipping cards?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You played that?
And you would win.
Yeah.
I played
I
that.
never got into it. I knew about it, but I didn't get into
I
it.
played that. I bought a lot of cards, man. You
So
know,
you was a big baseball guy
yeah,
back
yeah,
then?
that was my first love.
Oh, yeah?
That was my first love. Baseball was my first
Played
love.
Little League and all that shit?
I didn't play Little League. I played Junior Pony. Back in Junior Pony is, I don't want to. It's not Little League because I wasn't 5 or 6 years old. But Junior
You were
Pony
like
is
10,
about
12?
10 or 12 years. Yeah, I played Junior Pony. It was a fastball. It was a great experience of my life.
How was it on the bench? It was.
No. Actually,
That's when you worked on your material?
I played a lot. I played a lot. Believe it or not, they switched me around quite often.
You sound like Big Mike. Third, no, fifth, second.
Something very similar.
Yeah.
I started pitching, so they would use me for a couple of innings or whatever, and then normally right after pitching they'll put me at first base. But one time, and I know this motherfucker was doing it on purpose, Lou. So they give you a couple of warm-ups. So I just finished my fucking. I think I pitched 2 innings or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So my coach moves me to first base. So the third baseman's throwing me some, and everything is high. So everything is going over my head, and I'm jumping. I said, okay. So the coach said, this is not gonna work. And I'm like, motherfucker, this motherfucker over there. But it was.
You know you're doing bad once they start pointing in the outfield, yo, right over there.
Don't put me no right field, man. Right field is.
You get no action.
Right field is the ugly cousin in your family, man. Right? Nobody, and then the ugly cousin is the catcher. Like if they put you catcher or right field, there's something wrong with you. Like catcher, right field.
Catcher? No.
Worst
Chris.
position. I would never see. This is why we're different.
No, but catcher controls the whole game.
Nah.
Catcher has to control the pitcher. You gotta know the batter's coming up.
Lou, let me. Okay, you know what? You might be right at a professional level.
No. Even Little League. I used to coach Little League. If my catcher can't catch Chris on ball 4, I mean on strike 3, if he drops it, that's automatic. He can run to first base.
Yeah.
Chris, we lost 47-1 because the catcher couldn't catch the fucking ball.
Okay, but you see that's organized. Let me ask you this question. When we play against the...
oh, no, but that doesn't matter. We don't even play with the catcher sometimes.
But wait. Who do we put back there in the catcher? It's usually the...
Garson, George.
Exactly. People don't know what to do. And we got,
oh, no, but I'm talking organized.
No, I'm organized, but still, my mentality is, don't put me as a catcher.
You can't bend down anyway. This is a lot of
back
stress,
in the day,
man.
I was good. And don't put me in right field. It's either first base, left field. We used to get a lot of action.
Left field's a lot of action.
And center field.
I don't think you want that action.
No, I only played it one time, and I think I didn't last the inning.
You know what? This year we're gonna play.
I know
we've been this year we're gonna play. We're gonna play at least 2-3 times.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun playing softball. I love softball.
So I love it too. It's amazing. So I go
South Bronx.
So I go to and I go through I pass by the store. I'm like, holy shit, the store is still there. And this is crazy. And I'm like, yo, babe, look, this and that. And then we start the same conversation. It's funny because the same conversation that we just had about the candies, she started mentioning. But she knew what big bowls were. Big bowls are, like I said, they're a gum.
You're throwing me off. You're saying black and white dots.
No, polka dots. It was like a clown, it was like a clown.
What is it called? Big bowls?
Big bowls, I think. Big B-O-W, if I'm not mistaken. Chewing gum.
Big bowls. Alright, so anyway, go on.
So what happens? I pass by, there we go, that's the first thing that comes to, I know you've seen these fucking candies.
Oh, those were amazing. You didn't explain it. They're orange with the filling in the middle. You bite it and it oozes out.
Right there. Now your face.
No, big bowls were good.
Big bowls.
Those were the pennies.
That's what I'm saying.
And even when the prices started going up, they held their own prices.
So big bowls. I'm telling you, I know you knew what I'm talking about. And you see how it's polka? It's like polka dots.
Chris,
things are like polka.
You know why I don't remember that, Chris?
They're not polka dots actually.
They're not.
But they got different colors.
You know why I remember it? Because all I thought about was the center. You just cracking open.
The fucking lollipops.
Oh, the one with the owls, right?
No. There's a Tootsie Roll pop.
Oh, there's the other one with the gum.
With the gum. What's that?
I don't even know the fucking name of those shits.
The watermelon was delicious.
It's good fruit. Man,
the
yo.
quarter. They still sell them.
That's like a
2 for 25 cents.
oh.
It's gonna get.
What's the candy that's like peanut butter? But it's not the Chico stick. You used to wrap it, and the wrapping paper was yellow and brown.
Mary Jane, no?
No. Mary Jane had red.
Yeah, it had a red stripe.
No, I forget.
You know what's funny? I hope, because my girl mentioned that the peanut butter one too, and
There was a peanut butter. I was a big fan of peanut butter. There was a peanut butter one, and that one I think was like maybe 3-4 cents. You know, there was different levels. You would start the cheap and you work your way up. Yo, man, you couldn't really get a lot with a quarter. Man.
So I go by and I just start, and then the school that I went to was right across the street.
Elementary school?
It was an elementary school. No, that's not elementary. It was whatever 6th grade is. Junior high.
Junior high.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Back in the day, it went up to 6.
Yeah, it went. So I was 6th grade there. So it's funny. It's called
Same building?
Same building. It's right there.
Wow.
So now it's called the Teller Avenue Educational Campus.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the Success Academy. Success Academy. No.
They have a few.
No. Oh, you know what it is? You're right.
It's probably one of those
Because what happens? They don't have when they have vacancies. Success Academy, what they do is they occupy whatever you're not using. So they don't own their own schools. They'll go and they'll occupy a space that's not being utilized.
Floor or a couple of classrooms.
But they're amazing schools though.
Oh, there you go. New Millennium Bronx Academy of Arts.
Wow,
MS 328.
There's a couple of schools.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's just the Core Valley.
Core Valleys, and you got South Bronx International Middle School, 593.
Damn.
So, yeah, but I don't know if it was back like that. But I doubt it was back that in the day. But
So that was a big ass school then.
it still is, and the yard, it was crazy. It was one of my first surprise. You know how you used to tackle people in the snow?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you knew them or not. That's what happened to me.
That's when you get to meet
I
them.
got blindsided, and
You
I'm
got
like, fuck this nigga.
Was it Jerome?
It wasn't Jerome. It was. I remember, a few days later, somebody was punching the fuck out of him in the face, man. So I guess he did it to the wrong person. I didn't punch him, but somebody. And the thing is, they had his fucking. This is how bad it was in the yard on the snow. I guess something must have happened, cause he was on the floor, and the dude had his hands pinned down with his knees. He was going, dang.
Beating there, yeah.
And the guy said, I don't care. He must have been missing a screw or something. I'm glad I didn't get into it with him. I just took my head and said, yeah, that's a good one. I was walking sideways.
Yo, Chris, what type of hair do you have back then? You had a little afro?
I dib and dab with the DA for a few, but my hair is you would call it unidentified or
I fall into that same
yeah, because it's not straight like my mother and my father's hair, and then it's not nappy like you know.
It's not real coarse.
Just let me.
It's coarse. It's like in between.
Just curly, you know. Just send me like just. I want to identify with a group. Just.
I'm all fucked up. If it's wet right, it looks good, but if it's dry, it gets frizzy.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Do you have an afro? Because it almost looks like a fucking afro. If it's not...
I would call it a curly fro or something where it really didn't really curl, and it was bad. And I'm gonna, since we hit the hair, I'm gonna put a pin on my South Bronx story for 1 second. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, right after the Bronx, I went to Puerto Rico. 7th grade. The style was playeros. Playeros is what.
Like a surfer?
Playeros is what you would. It's very close to a mullet. So you don't touch a playero, you don't touch the top.
Uh-huh.
You shave. You
Okay.
shave here, and not even all the way. You shave here to like
Yeah.
to the ears.
I know you're talking about.
And then you
It
have
goes straight down.
and you have a beautiful mane of hair. Or at least that's what I imagine. So I go to Puerto Rico and everybody's playeros. I said, I'm getting a playero.
Okay.
So I go on a playero. Okay. Okay. So and the thing is, in order to get a playero, you like you have to wait. There's an awkward stage because if you get it too early, you don't look right, and then if you do the right way, then you wait, you get all hairy and shit.
Yeah.
So it's just an awkward stage. So I was in the awkward stage. So they go boom, they do the playero, and when I pull my hair, I could do this. Oh, it's long. But on its own, it's not long. It curls up. It looks like a fucking a tail of a rabbit. You know how it's just a ball and shit. so the shit is the playero, and I remember it was the new wave music. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. New wave. It was people were wearing safety pins on the.
You're not talking about new wave.
New wave. It's like techno shit.
It was like the house freestyle.
Yes, freestyle.
Yeah.
So and then you would
put the pins to try to get the straight line.
Yes.
That was during the leads.
I
think it was during the leads. I know you're talking about the safety pins used to be with. I was
that
on
was
the seventh grade.
That was me.
You had the pins on?
I had the pins. And then you take one pin and put a lot of pins in it, and then just put it on your thing.
Yeah, like a reserve.
So the turtlenecks was popping too, and boy, in Puerto Rico. So I'm over here, the black turtleneck with the stonewashed jeans, with the fucking with the pins, and now all they gotta do. That playero gotta look like I wanted Lou. What I wanted to do, Lou, is like if you would have said call my name.
Yo, Chris.
If I do this, I just wanted it to just bam. I just wanted that effect, bam.
You wanted to be what's his name? Sunshine. Remember the time? It's just that dreamy hair with it floating.
Just flick it. I mean, flick it. So, but. The problem is that it wasn't flicking, and the thing is, it was like an illusion because I would grab my hair, Lou, and I would literally, I'm right here. I grabbed my hair, and I literally, it was long. Yeah,
but it would just recoil.
But it would recoil. It's like it's horrible, man. Yeah. So, but then I said, I got this, man. I went to, oh my God, Alberto Salon or something. It was the Jerry Curl Activator.
Yeah.
Plus Jerry Curl. It wasn't just the gel.
Yeah.
You have to get the activator.
Yeah.
And the shit is, I would walk around with a little ass bottle to spray to make sure, but you will wind up with a fucking stain on the back of your. Luckily for me, I had a black shirt on. I'll tell you a specific day, a specific party I went to. So, but it was only in the back. I just wanted my shit to, so what's fun, and this is, you might think it's bull, but this is true story. I go to a party with my neighbors, close friends, they're still friends to this day, these two girls, right? So I'm dancing with them. Bang, 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 bang. And I'm hitting them, bang, bang. And at one point, there was a move that you would do this all the time, like bang, bang. Yeah. And I was doing it, but I made sure that my head was whipping back and forth. Lou.
You were juicing the place.
By the time
we were busting ass.
At one point, I saw the girl I was dancing with, she went like this. For a brief moment, my hair was the way I wanted to see it. For a my hair did what I wanted it to do, man. I was so fucking happy because I was, you don't understand me. I was like, man, there's a move. And I'm doing, every time I do this, my head's doing the same thing. And I just feel the fucking hair hitting me in my face. And I'm like,
that's driving you crazy.
Oh, I know, I loving it because it's doing what I wanted to do. But what I didn't know is, it was like a sprinkler system. And I just noticed my girl Lynette. You're gonna remember this, cause she went like this.
Oh God!
Nothing, man. It was so.
Yo, I'm sorry. So the thing is, yo, I didn't realize how similar we are. The same stupid shit you just said, and yo, you summed it up perfectly. That I was stuck in that middle thing. My hair wasn't straight and it wasn't curly, and I was like, "Fuck, pick a side, man."
That's what I'm saying.
And I used to wake up some mornings, so I used to, if it was short enough, I would do the DA.
Okay.
But if it got too, because you know haircuts
Yeah,
they were rare.
Yeah, exactly.
So if it got too long, then I do the comb to the side and then bring it back.
Yeah, I did that too.
So one summer I get a job. I'm at the bodega, get my first check. I already know I need to do something with my hair. So I go to Lacelo's dad, Tony, and I walk in. I go and I point to the. You know, you have the picture.
Yeah.
It's a Dominican guy with all curls. I go, I want that. Yo, he looked at me. He goes, all right, go ahead. Yo, Chris, I was so fucking disappointed because, yo, he's wetting my hair. He's putting all this activation shit. And I see a curl or two happening. But, yo, Chris, it was only like 2 curls. I wanted the whole thing full. I wanted it to look like Ice Cube. I wanted to fucking that trippy. But it should never happen. But it's funny that you said that. I was like, yo, I can so relate to that, man.
No.
I said, yo, give me that.
Fucking Tony was good. He said, all right, sit down. I got
This kid is confused.
So it's funny because it's crazy how and I'm gonna go back to the South Bronx then, but you go through phases with your hair.
Oh my God.
You know, and now I see these fucking kids with these kids that have good hair. They just let it blow out and they want it all crazy and shit. I'm like,
yo, my son, Sean, I love him to death, but he drives me insane.
why? He got good hair?
Great hair.
Yeah.
So you know what he does? We got to fight. I go to the barbershop. Yo, shout out to Irish on, what is that? That 61st between 5th and 4th. So we'll go to Irish, right? So he's showing at that stage now where I let him talk to the barber.
Yeah, let him do
so,
his
you
thing.
know, because
So you want him to be comfortable with whatever
it's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
And it's like he comes in, he goes, yeah, let me get a tape up on the side and don't touch the top. So Irish knows already. Irish look over me, he says, huh? I go like this. Say, let it get it up. But yo, the shit it's just all over the place. I'm like, Sean, you got nice hair.
Yeah, beautiful hair, Sean.
And then when he styles it, I'm like, look, I would have killed for that fucking hair. All of them, they all got good fucking hair.
Yeah. No, you gotta thank America for that one.
Native American.
Look at my roots.
It's a
So that day was like the best hair day of my life, Lou.
Yo, you really like you have a vivid memory of that day.
No, because and the thing
Chris,
is,
how much spray did you use that day?
Honestly,
you must have drowned the bottle.
No, it was gone. I couldn't use the gel activator.
But that was the best part of
It was the best.
Did anybody slip? That's what I want to know. Because that stuff when it's on tile,
it's very, but I don't remember nobody slipping. The only thing that affected, like I said, and maybe it was part of her sweat. I'm not gonna blame my jerk. I saw her do this.
Yeah.
And she kept dancing.
You were working, and she didn't stop either, right?
Nah, she was good, man. She's a trooper. She still is. I go to Puerto Rico.
She must have thought you were one of the menudos. You know how they used to have their hair wet?
That's what I'm saying.
No, they go Johnny like a menudo.
was the best hair day of my life. And then, you know, you go home, you wash, and reality hits.
You're all coiled up.
Yeah, it's worse because I didn't shampoo my hair. I just got under the shower and did this. So you gotta shampoo after you use that gel.
Yeah, because it stiffens it
No,
up.
I
Yeah.
ain't fucking crying. What the?
No. You don't
What
understand.
you know my pain. You know my pain.
I know. I thought I was the only one.
No. Believe me.
I used to curse the hair god.
Oh.
God damn you!
And I would look at my father. No. That's a
Look at Charlie Bronson. Look at that.
And my mom has thin, real nice. Like my mom had there's a picture on here somewhere, but she had long, beautiful, straight hair. Meanwhile, you know, my sister has nice hair. My brother has nice hair, but I'm stuck. And my father always had a joke. He said he would look at me. He goes,
"You're really not mine, kid."
I think you're the. He would tell me I was the mailman's.
Get out
He
of
would
here.
tell me I was the mailman's because my hair just didn't. It was like I was like gender neutral. My hair was gender neutral. like I didn't know what was going on. You know? So after I want to tell you months of frustration, I decided I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna go back to the fade or whatever. Or La Boina used to
Do
be.
you have a picture? I know you took a picture that night.
Yo,
You have one of those pictures.
Oh,
You do got it?
yes.
Yo, I'm gonna put that on.
My girl Lynette sent it to me. There's a few pictures.
Yo, you gotta give me a copy of that.
Cause I used to be like in talent. Yo, Lou, Lou, I used to be in talent shows. I was in a
Singing back then?
back then. I was rapping.
So you really think you was rapping?
Yeah,
Spanish rap?
No, English. That was my calling because
Nobody knew. Yo, he's killing it. He's killing it.
I would. Yo, Lou, it was. So there's a. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna send it to you. There's two pictures.
So take us back, South Bronx. What happened?
So I passed by that place. I remember the first sandwich I ate. I remember the big bowls of gum. Then we started talking. Then I stopped and I saw the basement and so many memories. I saw the school, a lot of memories. I told my girl I got beat up here one time. So she started asking me questions. But how did you get beat up? I said they caught me.
Was that the fight where you tried to pull out the knife?
Nah, I was in Bushwick. I was in Bushwick. So now we go. This was like I said. This is 165th Street between Teller and Clay. A few blocks up, you hit Grand Concourse, and you know that's that area. Morris Avenue. You know.
Okay. Yeah,
you know it's not a good area.
Yeah.
Morris. I remember the high school. We used to play basketball there. So now we get in a car and we drive to. After the basement in 165th, we moved to Avenue St. John and Southern Boulevard, 1023 Avenue St. John.
Southern Boulevard as well.
Yeah. So we get there, and once again, there was there was one block of empty lots, Lou. Empty lots when I used to live there. Now they got these beautiful houses that it looks like one of those. You ever seen a movie, the Truman movie?
The Pleasantville, like.
It looks like Pleasantville, like everything's the same, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this ain't the Bronx, like this ain't. So my building is still there. It's co-ops now.
Really?
Co-ops.
You converted it?
The building that I'm talking about, it's you walk in, and
There's no doorman, right?
no, but there's I thought I took a picture. I guess not. So I wanted to show you. It's basically in the sidewalk there's a gate and all the bells are there. But when you walk in, there's a yard and there's 4 buildings, but they're all attached.
Yeah.
So, and my mom had access to St. John's Avenue, and then the bedroom had access to St. John's Avenue, the street, and then if you go to the living room, you had access to the back part, which was all empty lots, and there was an elementary school where my sister used to go, and I used to go play there. So she could watch you from there. And basically, there was no time coming in, but you saw as soon as that sun came down, that's when you had to go home. So I FaceTime my mom. Oh my God, I could see her going through it because she said, you know, even after everything, because we had gone through some shit, those were good times.
Yeah.
You know.
You look back and you just laugh.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's and St. John's is where she had her episode where her legs gave out and she freaked out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where we were talking it off air, but that was the thing I was talking about. So the thing is, so I start, you know, and I start. So right in front, there's a church. The church is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the church, there was an empty lot. So back in the day, and I don't know if you're gonna like the hair thing, you're gonna identify with me.
Yeah.
But Bruce Lee was big when we were growing up.
Bruce Lee was bigger than God.
Did you ever buy?
Me and Willie had the stupid Chinese sandals.
If it was too hot outside, you was gonna burn your feet.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a step further. Do you remember during that time that there used to be Chinese stores that sold the karate the Chinese stars,
yes.
the nunchucks, and all that? Why I was part of a crew, we used to have the ninja outfits, the all black. What do you call those? I forget what you call them.
The geese?
The geese, whatever you call them. So we used to have that with the Chinese sandals. So we used to do, where I lived on 43rd Street, all the homes in the back used to have garages because all the homes had driveways. So we would climb on the roofs and we would fucking run up all the garage roofs and we would go the entire block because we thought nobody could see us at night.
Because you're ninjas.
Ninjas. Boy, did we find out that shit wasn't true. Yo, the fucking second to last building on the block, so we're climbing one night, we're climbing all the fucking roofs. And this was a routine every weekend we would do. We're climbing the roofs, Then all of a sudden, we get into the second to last roof. We're almost done with the mission. And this lady comes out. She was the super of the building. She goes, "You motherfuckers, you do this every fucking week. Now it stops." She pulls out a fucking, the hose.
Okay.
And she just starts spraying us, wetting the shit out of us. So we don't know what to do because we were ninjas, but we didn't have to battle nobody. We came and now those stupid shoes were on the roof. So that's
slippery.
So people are falling because we're trying to run, and we're running like in the same place. And that, needless to say, that was the end of our ninja career. But yeah, the ninjas were big.
So that's
Fifth Avenue and 57th Street. What's the name of that place? Something Moon. They used to have the fucking blades, you know, the samurai swords.
Yeah.
And what's the sword? The shorties with the little handle.
Yeah.
They had all that stuff. Like people thought they were Bruce Lee.
No.
Everybody. Saturday Kung Fu.
Yes,
all that stuff.
It was Saturday or Sunday.
I think it was one of those days. Yeah.
So it's good. So now you understand where I'm going now. So okay, so check this out. So I had my Bruce Lee's, because that's what my Kung Fu slippers. That's what
Yeah,
they
Kung Fu
used to,
slippers.
the Kung Fu. Te compraste la Kung Fu? Yeah, I got them. I got the Kung Fu. It was like $2, $3
Yeah,
each. It was
very
like,
cheap.
Yeah, very cheap. So behind this church in the South Bronx I'm talking about, there was an empty lot. So my father had got me some nunchucks. And you know, there's a move that everybody does is
Bring it back. Bring it
bang,
forward.
bang, bang. And you would be good if you could keep this right here. Because you flip it, grab it, flip it, grab it, flip it, grab it. So,
And then once you got real good, you hit yourself in the
oh,
back.
and they come back. And they stop right here.
Woo!
Yeah. So, me, I'm so glad. Because me, my cousin Angel, and his sister Lisa, we decided to go to the back of the church and just practice. By the way, I had ninja stars. I had
yeah.
my father had because to them it was toys. Do that shit now. It's fucking. They catch you with that. They catch you with that shit now. You're doing 3 to 5
Easily.
No, so I'm like, okay, we need something to hit. So there was a bunch of 40 ounces.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, guys, be careful. When I hit it, look away.
Look.
So I did that. As I'm flinging, I turn. My cousin turned. His sister decides to look. Bottle breaks, piece of glass.
No. Oh.
Didn't pop her eye, but it was very close.
Shit.
Lou,
Blood all over the place.
blood all over the place. And I was with my my mom. That was shortly before we came to Puerto Rico. My mom had left me with my aunt and uncle, their parents, and so when they take her to the hospital and they looking at her,
hospital?
yeah, no, because she was bleeding, so they were saying, my cousin got the worst ass beating I ever saw somebody take from his father, and I'm thinking I'm next.
Who's this?
No, Angel, my cousin Angel.
Oh, the boxer.
No. You haven't met the guy. He's cool for Coco Bus.
Yeah, okay.
The guy, yeah.
That last one.
And then he's getting beat in the room, and I'm in the living room, and my uncle came to me, and
You lied.
no, I told the truth.
She's the only one.
We got our eyes on this. But I think he didn't hit me because he was afraid he was gonna hurt me.
Really?
That's how bad it was, and scared and pissed off that he was. I think he didn't hit me because, I can tell you this now. He said I'm pretty sure he would have hurt me. Like.
Seriously.
Yeah. So mind you, he hit it somewhere with a belt, but I think that it took every ounce of every angel and God to stop him from fucking giving me a beatdown.
Because your cousin, he was too tired. You ever whoop the kid and you just fucking exhausted him?
Oh my God.
You lose steam.
Yeah.
That's a thick motherfucker. That's gonna hurt.
So for a while, she was walking around with a patch.
No.
That was
She ever forgave you?
I don't know if she remembered. One of these days I'm gonna ask her. Remember when I almost
It had to leave a scar, though, right?
No, it wasn't. It was like
a stitch?
You know what I think? I think it was like just a piece of glass just flew and got in. I don't know if she got stitches or not. I don't remember, man. But I'm like, why the fuck you didn't look away? When you look away? Everybody looked away. You didn't look away. And
they took away your nunchucks?
Yeah, man. I think that was the last time I saw the nunchucks.
Is that end of the Jackie Chan era?
So that was one of the things, and then I went to the elementary school. I went to the bodega next to it. I went to the now there was a bodega under it, but now there's not a bodega. My mom used to send me over with those with the coupon booklets, man.
Oh man, I remember those. So you were balling.
Yeah.
How much is that? Let me go to the $5 book.
No,
What is $6? Or let me go to the singles.
I used to like buying with the, you was always a little bit ashamed, I guess. But
Yeah, you were high. You would look.
Yeah, you didn't want to see your friends seeing you.
Yeah.
But the reason I liked it is because the change would be coins.
And you could play
And
with
you
that.
could play.
Go to the candy store, go to the arcade.
And the candy store was. But it brought me back so much, Louis, that I literally I went back in time, man. And not for nothing, I go into a bodega, Tanya tells me she wants chips. I said, all right, so let's go buy chips. Chips that you don't find
They have
here. Like, and I don't want to say you don't find them, but chips that 25-cent bag of chips, they still have them.
The Dipsy Doodles.
The corn,
Oh, I know the Frito,
I think
Frito
Frito Lays,
corn.
but the Dipsy Doodles also.
The Dipsy Doodles, the Bravos.
The
Remember that?
They got
Delis. Remember delis?
they got quarter waters.
Wow. So the Bronx is still stuck in that era.
They still got quarter waters. And then you know why I mentioned Cola Champagne to you? What was the brand of the Cola Champagne? Gudos. It was good.
Godo.
They still have the Coco Ricos and
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, you don't find Coco Rico. That's hard to find over here.
but that's what I'm trying to tell.
Then they have the Goya fruit cans. You know the fruit juices. Tamarin, guava. It was a Goya brand that the thing here was made out of a flimsy plastic, and you pulled it off. It peeled back. It was a metal can. You don't remember the Goya cans? It was the juices. It almost looked like a Nutriment can, but it was all white. It had a picture of the fruit. It read Goya, and it would say.
I know what you're talking about.
Guava,
Did it have
tamarindo.
Yes. But
and then the top, you would just peel it.
That's what's throwing me off. The top.
It's like a silver. It was a silver like peel thing. It was like almost.
Yes.
And you only went halfway, so you could be destroyed. Yeah.
Yo, so I went there and it was I literally went back in time, man, and it was fun for me. I told my girl, I said, you made my day, man, because I went up there for some other business, and we decided to, you know what, we're over here, let's go see your old neighborhood, and it was amazing, man.
You should have pulled out the broomstick and the blue ball. Play some sewers.
You know what? I take her to, it's funny you say that, because I took her to the elementary school. I used to play pitching in, and she goes, what's pitching in? Pitching in is, babe, you put a square in the wall, a box. That's what you call it over here?
It was pitching in a box.
Corinne told me they call it cush ball.
Well, yeah, that's because they used to play with the sponge ball. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why. So and then you would stand over there to hit, and another one would pitch you fast.
Those are good times.
Yeah, those are great. You know, I got to play a few years ago that with Josh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Joshua, and we played, but after a while he was just smacking my shit, and I'm like,
Josh is a good hitter, man.
I think I lost a little bit of oomph.
Yo, oh man.
But that's my South Bronx, man, and it just brought me back, and I was so happy. I remember the train station was right there. The Key Food now is a C-Town. When my mom used to send me to get the stuff, when I bumped into Deanna and her. Did I tell you the Deanna story with the sheepskin hat? I told you Deanna, right?
That's the
Diana?
girl, yeah.
Yeah, I bumped into her, and I'm like, yeah. No, it's not that I didn't protect her, Louis.
You laughed at her.
No, I didn't laugh. I just got over my shoe incident. I can't get into another situation.
Fucking Jerome with jocks.
Chris with the jocks thing. This motherfucker, man. Come on. I spent like 3 hours on those bad boys with the toothbrush and the fat laces, Lou, and this motherfucker just called out jocks. Everybody hear it, man. It's crazy, man. Kids could be brutal, but I love my childhood. I went through some shit like we all did, but I love how it made me thick-skinned, and it made me, you know, just enjoy this type of era now. Everything is so sensitive, and so people are so thin-skinned, and only imagine. I don't think it could happen. Imagine back when we were growing up. That environment now.
It's funny because I was listening to Coco Diaz today, and he mentioned this, and he goes, the first thing I do is when I see kids and I look at them, I look to see the makeup. Could they have made it in my time? And he goes, I can never find a kid that could have made it in that time. But you know what it is, Chris? It's evolution, man. When we came here, when our parents came, first of all, when our parents came here, it was a rough circumstance.
Of course.
They had to grab whatever was available, and you had to work whatever work you could do, and then you had to support your family. That's where the term latchkey kids came about, because we had to fend for ourselves. So I think the difference from us is that we were forced to be more mature. Because when I look at timelines of the things that I was doing...
Mature how? Because we were doing kid stuff. You were jumping off buildings, Lou. We were trying to be a ninja.
No.
What mature is about
real building stuff. You know what we used to do? We used to put planks of wood right? Because the buildings used to
Were
be
close.
about like 15
Yeah.
feet, planks of wood, and we would just
Yeah.
run across.
That's not.
But
that's
we
not,
didn't.
That's
we,
not mature. That's you're playing Daredevil shit.
No, but that's and we thought we were Daredevil Dave. Or whatever. No, but the
Evil
thing is,
Knievel.
no, but the thing is, you had to be mature in the sense of, all right, I know my mom's not gonna get home until 9 o'clock at night, so I gotta serve myself, do homework. I never did homework. I don't even know how I got through school. Serve myself, do homework, and get my stuff ready for the next day. Or if she gave me any chores, throw out the garbage.
Make sure that.
So you're doing all this by yourself at the age of 9. Fast forward now, it's hard to ask a kid to do that because they don't know what it is.
When you say evolution, Lou, and I'm sorry to cut you off, shouldn't we be evolving to be better? Because
hold on, but that's a fuck. But when you really look at it, that's a tough predicament to put a young kid in too. You understand? If I'm leaving a kid by himself, maybe 6-7 hours after school by himself, Chris,
right, so,
it's a rough spot.
So meet me in the middle. Meet me in the middle where, okay, I'm not gonna leave the kid by himself because it is rough and you have a lot of times have changed. But meet me in the middle where I could smack my kid because he sucked his teeth at me, or he did one of these, or he talked back, or I could tell my kid, you know what, leave the Xbox, the PlayStation, and go outside and play, or like there's no, like, I feel like we, in that sense, and I understand what you're saying, we've regressed because you will want to be stronger and tougher as you move forward. These kids these days, I don't know what's going. Maybe it's that go to your special place, time out, and I don't agree with that. I really don't agree with that shit.
But what was the thing though when you were coming up? What did your parents say? I bust my ass so you can have a better life with your family.
Exactly.
And so that's that mentality that you're taking with you. You're trying to make it better for your kids because you knew it was rough for you. Like take your cousin's example, how he got the liver shit beat out of him. You understand? You take a couple beatings like that, that's gonna change a kid's psyche. You understand? So it's all evolution, and I agree with you. There's certain times where you just where the situation kind of calls for you having to put your hands on the kid because he's not doing what he's supposed to do, or he's deliberately doing something to defy you, or
We'll keep it. I'm gonna keep it simple. It's like I can't have like the way kids are being brought up now, or at least what I could see, is they're not independent. They don't do stuff for themselves.
No.
Now, like 15, 16, now I just jumped 15, 16. You hit the nail on the head. We were doing this shit when we were 9, 8, 10 years old. And I'm not asking you, but I am gonna teach you that whatever dishes you dirty, you gotta clean. You got kids now, 19 years old, 18, 19 years old, they don't know how to cook some eggs. Or they don't want to cook some eggs. Why? Because mommy or daddy's gonna do it for me. There's kids that I'm gonna throw my laundry there because mommy or daddy's gonna do it for me. No, that's what I'm talking about. And now, God forbid, listen, you gotta clean his clothes. What? What are you talking about? Meanwhile, the washing machine is a staircase down. Is one staircase in your basement.
It's right there. Yeah.
It's right there. You're telling me you can't do it? Meanwhile, remember all the change we had to carry? Remember all the bags we had to carry? I was in Fort Hamilton High School one time. I tell this story all the time. It's a funny story. It wasn't funny at the time, but now it's funny. I was living with Bob, right? I was living with my father, and my father was very liberal with me. Like, at a very young age, I had a 10 p.m. curfew, and he would be working. He'll get home at 12:30. So, and still, there was no cell phones and stuff. So, at 10 o'clock, he will call me to see if I was home in the landline. So, now I'm grown up. I'm about, I want to say 17 years old. I'm in Fort Hamilton High School. my father tells me, Bob, grab the laundry bag, take it up the block, drop it off, I'll pick it up. I lived in 7201 Bridge Boulevard. All my father asked me to do is take it from 72nd Street and Ridge Boulevard up the block to 72nd and 3rd Avenue. If you still go by there, you still see the fucking laundry bag I'm talking about, the cleaners.
I know what you're talking about, too.
That's all he asked me, Lou. Grab the laundry bag,
Just bring it up.
bring it up. My clothes is in there, his clothes is in there. Alright, Pa. I didn't say no, I told him alright. One day goes by. Pa, you forgot to take it. I'm gonna take it today, Pa. Another day goes by. Pa, I see the laundry's still there. So now he stops telling me after the second or third time. Before a week goes by, I see him. God bless his soul. I see him. He used to wear tidy whities.
Okay.
So I see him washing his tidy whities in the bathtub.
Okay.
And he would hang them up.
Because he knew what he was doing.
Now I can tell you. And it, lesson learned. So I'm like,
Why'd you do that?
the fuck is he? This nigga's crazy. A week and a couple of days go by. I find myself with no underwear and no clothes. And I'm like, and I look like this, and the fucking bag, the bag is right there in the corner with a bunch of shit piled up on top of it, my shit. And I'm like, fuck. So I go into his closet. Now, I'm 5'11".
Your dad was about 5'2", 5'3".
My father, I'm gonna be generous. He was like 5'6", 5'7".
He's a short dude.
So there's a couple of inches there of difference. So I grab a pair of black Levi's.
No.
I put them on.
You get the... Here comes the fun!
So I put them on, and you know these motherfuckers, they do it on purpose now, sagging.
It's a style. Oh.
No, sagging. I did it by necessity. It was high waters. I had high waters on. So I pulled my pants down.
So you were walking like that?
So I wasn't walking like a duck, like these fucking idiots do. Because anybody who does that is a fucking idiot. So, but it was like I had to pull them down, and still, even pulling them down, Lou, I still had a couple of, there's a lot of, you can see a lot of ankle. And so the thing was, I go to school, and the way I am now, I was in school, I would rag on anybody, everybody. It was just the way it was. So I'm very conscious and mindful that I have to keep my pants to a certain level, you know. Oh my God! The thing was that go to school, and I remember like this today. The basketball courts, the basketball courts on
Oh, you're talking about on this 80. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but not the one next to the handball courts. The one over there next to the football field.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know what the fuck I did, Lou. I had to bend down, and I'm guessing like that much of the crack of my ass was showing, and everybody got on me. Yo, you a plumber? And this and that, and this and that. And I'm like, fuck. That same day I went, I took the bag.
Did he get on you?
No. I just thought, but what he did do was, he was going to pick it up. Now, I had to drop it off and I had to pick it up.
It's alright.
I don't know what happened the following day, because I hope it was a Friday. I'm thinking it was a Friday because I'm trying to figure out what I did, but it was bad, but he taught me a lesson. After that, the clothes, right now, then.
And look how he did it. He didn't even stress
That
you.
stressed me, but
He knew, I'll wash my drawers.
I'm
This guy's gonna
good.
be stuck.
Listen, he's good because he would go to his job and he had to put a uniform.
Yeah.
So he was good. But me, you know, it was.
It's funny.
But see, that's the way you. It's just times has changed, and I see now that kids are so laid back in the sense of daddy do this, mommy do that, and it's really, and we create inútiles. We create useless human beings because in a real life situation, or God forbid, their parents are not here no more. You're gonna go through a tough spot trying to learn the basics.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have a problem. I know you got a lot of land. I have no problem you showing it to fucking. You probably pay a Mexican to do it too.
No.
Lou, I overheard a conversation. You will pay a fucking Mexican to do your thing.
Salvador.
Oh.
With that being said, thank you for joining us to another episode of Breeze Shooters. We hope you were entertained.
We left a lot of stuff out.
It's good. It's good.
That Bronx thing, man.
Yeah.
The Bronx thing got me.
Yo,
man.
BX, stand up.
Dirty!
Hey, as always, please make sure that you're subscribing to the show. We do still see that a lot of people are listening, but they're not subscribing. And in order to subscribe, you have to have a valid email. Once you have the email, you just click the subscribe button. And then the biggest compliment that you can pay us is just to tell a friend about the show. We're really trying to grow this. And as we mentioned earlier, if you have anything that you need to promote or anything, any venture that you want people to know about, hit us up. You know where to get us. breezeshooters@yahoo.com, or you can go breeze_shooters at Instagram, and leave us a message there, or you can go Breeze Shooters at Facebook. We're also on Twitter. We're podcast_breeze at Twitter, and you know where to find us over time. We're on YouTube.com. Again, thanks for the love and support. We definitely appreciate it. Don't forget, Sunset Park Reunion is July 18th.
It's gonna be popping.
So if you have a team, if you haven't gotten out yet to work out, make sure you get out there and run.
Competition is good, so I suggest you come with the right people.
They're really real.
That's what it is.
And with that being said, I pass it over to Chris. Chris, take us on now.
All right. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. My man Marcus Aurelius said that.
Marcus? Yo, when you said that story about the visual I saw this fucking guy.
That was crazy. No, but it took me back.
Because how they go.
I caught her, I don't know if she did it more than once, but I caught her one time when I said, but she kept it stride.
I'm just gonna say this stuff for next week, man.